Something I've noticed with videos, articles, or the general discourse around Korean films is that the same dozen or so movies get brought up all the time. I'm talking about Old Boy, Memories of Murder, Train to Busan. I think you know the list. Now, don't get me wrong, I think those are all fantastic films, and if you're new to Korean cinema, they're a great place to start to get a flavor for the best that Korean films have to offer. But if you've already explored those movies and are looking for something else, something more recent, if you're wondering if there are other directors that are not named Park Chan-wook, Bong Joon-ho, or Lee Chan-dong, then here are 5 underrated Korean movies released in the 2020s that deserve more attention. Kim Ji-yoon, known for I Saw the Devil and A Bittersweet Life, came out with a movie called Cobweb in 2023, which was one of my favorite films of that year. Song Kang-ho plays a director that is obsessed with reshooting the final scene of his film because he's convinced that it's going to turn his movie from a regular into a masterpiece. The movie within a movie format is full of energy, satire, and some meta commentary on censorship as well as the artistic expression. It does have some thoughtful ideas about where creativity comes from and how we prop up those that are in the creative arts. If you like movies about movies, then this will be right up your alley. Another gem from 2023 is the movie Sleep by director Yoo Jae-sun in his directorial debut. It stars Chung Yoo-mi and the late Lee Sung-gyun as newlyweds that have moved into an apartment, and the husband starts experiencing a lot of sleepwalking and mumbling in his sleep, talking in his sleep, that slowly turns more threatening to their unborn child. If I had to categorize this, it would probably be going under horror, but it's not a jump scare movie, it's more psychological. The overall eerie feeling of the movie gives you the creeps, and it all wraps up with a satisfying ending that I had really enjoyed. Bonus points for me, there is a PowerPoint presentation in the latter half of the movie, and I just enjoy seeing PowerPoints if it's well made. If you like subtle, psychological, sort of genre-bending horror, then Sleep will be a fun time. Beasts Clawing at Straws, released in 2020 by director Kim Yong-hoon. This is also his directorial debut, after which he went on to Netflix to film a drama called Mask Girl, and I think a lot of you will be familiar with that one. This is a non-linear story, and it starts off with someone working at a sauna. He's cleaning up after all the customers have left. But in one of the lockers, he discovers a big Louis Vuitton bag full of cash. And he falls into a dilemma. Does he take the money, but it might belong to someone that's dangerous? He doesn't want to leave it behind. And that kicks off the plot to introduce a cast of characters that are all in pretty desperate situations. And part of the fun is to see how those separate storylines eventually weave together and find their way back to that bag of cash. It stars Chun Do-yeon and Jung Woo-sung. It's shot very stylishly. It's not going to win any awards. It's not a masterpiece, but out of the movies in the past 5 years, this one has been quite memorable. Number 4 is The Night Owl, released in 2022 by the director An Tae-jin. This is set during the 17th century of the Joseon dynasty, and it blends historical drama with some fictional characters that creates an overall thriller experience. Yoo Jun-yeol plays a blind acupuncturist who works his way up into the king's medical team, and we get to witness various events that happen to the royal family through the eyes of this blind acupuncturist. What I really like about this movie is taking actual historical events in Korean history and then blending it with fun fictional characters to make an overall engaging story. Even if historical dramas are not your thing, this will be worth a look. Finally, number 5 is Hunt by director Lee Jung-jae. You probably know Lee Jung-jae from his role in Squid Game. This is his directorial debut. He actually first heard about this project in 2017 and loved the story so much that he decided to direct it himself and kind of reworked the plot a bit to star his close friend and colleague Jung Woo-sung. The two leads play division heads of Korean CIA. One is the head of domestic affairs, the other the head of foreign affairs. And they both learn of a mole that has been operating within the Korean CIA, and they each suspect each other as being the said mole. The plot is very dense, it's fast-paced, there's a lot of things going on all the time. It's similar to The Night Owl in that it takes the actual historical events of 1980s Korea and then uses that as story plotline milestones that our characters get involved in. So if you know what happened in the 80s, if you know about the president and the dictatorship that he operated in at the time, it will help you in understanding the overall plot. I think certain character motivations are kind of hand-waved over. So your familiarity with Korean history will help you. But even without that historical knowledge, if you enjoy spy thrillers, Cold War subterfuge, a plot with multiple moving parts, then this one delivers. It's very stylish, ambitious, and fast-paced story, and I think Lee Jung-jae did a great job as his first directorial effort. Alright, that's it for today. 5 underrated Korean films that I think deserve more attention. If you've already exhausted the usual list, I think this is a great place to start expanding your repertoire. Let me know in the comments if you've seen any of these or if you have any other movies that you would recommend as being underrated Korean movies. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.